Happy Sunday. It's time to rise and shine. For all of you that had to set your clocks back last night, we're all messed up today. It doesn't matter if our clocks adjust themselves and we don't have to go through the house and change all our clocks like we used to. This is not natural. I'm sorry. It's just not natural to my body or to anyone else's to switch out the clock. So I'm like struggling this morning, and I realized that we got an extra hour of sleep, but I feel like I've been deprived 4. So, and it'll probably be that way for me for the rest of the week. And I don't know how you guys are feeling as you step in. Let me know how you're feeling today. Let me know what the energy feels like to you. I'm all about energy. That's my thing. I feel energy. I feel everything. And so I want to just welcome you guys. It's Sunday. Let's see what we've all got going today. How are you feeling? We have a big blood moon coming up. It is affecting us greatly. I hope that speaker was working this whole time. It is really, really affecting us. Hi, Paula. Good morning. Good afternoon. So I've noticed the biggest effect of this big moon. I am greatly affected by the weather and the moon. Whatever is going on. Not last night, the night before, we had horrible, horrible winds here coming down off the mountains, blowing down. It sounded like there was wild animals running up and down the roof. It was crazy. And I woke up with a horrible headache. And I'm still working on it. And I'm reading where others are saying that it is this moon is really going to affect us in ways of physically feeling more exhausted, feeling these headaches, the sinus pressure, the third eye. For me, it's a lot of this third eye stuff. So if you're going through that along with me, join me. I'm here. I'm Melanie. I've missed you too. I'm so glad you guys are popping in. I have not done this daily. I apologize. It feels like it's just too much for me to say I can be here every day. So I get here when I can. Sundays I almost always show up. Sundays and Mondays usually. There's been a lot going on with Halloween. Just a lot of stuff moving in my direction. So it's been difficult to hold that tight schedule. But I'll try to do better this week. I believe that for all of us, it is the energy that pushes us out into the world that tells us when it's time. And I think that it's important today, I'd like to bring this up, is that there's a lot of releasing. We keep talking about that. There's a lot of clearing going on within us, these deeper, heavy emotions, the things that keep us in that low vibration. And I'm right there. I'm right in the battlegrounds with you all because I wake up often. I know this morning I woke up feeling kind of altered and kind of strange, and I just remembered that somewhere in my dream state last night there was a dream about Steve, but it wasn't a good dream about Steve. It was more of a heavy duty, he's dying kind of dream. It was pulling me back into old energy from 6 years ago. So we have these things that still pieces, pockets of energy within us that suddenly pop up, and really heavy here. Yeah, it is in Essex, England. Yeah, it is very, very difficult. It's a very difficult time. It's good because we're working through that really heavy stuff. That means that these layers that we keep going through, many people say the layers of the onion, we keep working our way through layer after layer, and sometimes we'll get to a deep place and we'll start working through that and we think we're done with it, and then turns out there's more to it than what we thought, and so we start revisiting again. So and a lot is happening in our dream state, and we keep talking about that, but please understand that when you wake up in these really difficult heavy places, you just feel like the weight of the world. You went to sleep, you woke up exhausted. I always wake up, I feel like I often wake up exhausted. One thing that we're doing, for a lot of you, you've taken on not only your own baggage, your own ancestral energy, your own past life, whatever it is that your karma, whatever it is that you're trying to clear. You also are working through the collective consciousness, the energy that is going on planet Earth and Mother Gaia herself. So the Earth is also going through this huge change. And what I'm finding is, and I used to think there was something really wrong with me, I'll wake up in the middle of it at night. I'll feel that weird, heavy energy on my chest, and it's like something's coming through me. Literally, like something very thick is coming through my heart chakra or my solar plexus area, right through that core. And it feels like it's just like going like this, like coming through, and it's being processed, and then it comes out. And so I want you to know, hi Nathaniel, I want you to know that is what we're here to do, many of us, as alchemists, as whatever you want to call yourself, you're literally taking heavy energy. You are created for this. You have this ability to transmute this heavy, darker energy into that energy of light and love. And as you're doing that, and, it's funny because we did talk about this a couple of years ago. I remember coming on and doing a live show and talking about how we're here for this, how we're here to transmute this heavy energy into light and love. Many times when I've taught classes, we've talked about it. But I think that none of us is fully prepared for how much we signed on for. When we're over there, I was talking to my youngest about this yesterday even. It's like, well, why would I sign on for this? Why did I create this difficulty in my life? Why did I do this? Why did I do that? Well, when you're standing in line saying, I'll go, there's you're in a place of pure love. There's no true remembrance of what it's like to come into this very dense energy. You just know that you've done it. It was the blink of an eye, and you went right back to where you came from. And you don't fully remember how difficult, it's like childbirth. You've forgotten how difficult it is here to go through these moment by moment energies that can be so heavy. And so you allowed for yourself, as this amazing soul that you are. Please hear me when I say that. Amazing souls are here now on this planet. Really, really incredible, ancient. So there's no good word for you. There literally is no language to describe how loved you are and how precious you are and how amazing the things that you're doing. We often put angels on this pedestal, or we put source energy, God, whoever, Jesus, whoever we believe in, we put them up on a pedestal, and they keep trying to tell us, please don't do that. We are here for you. You are there on the front lines, and we are here to support you. We are here to back you in all of this. We're here to help you through these difficult energies. We're here whenever. Take on the energy of that king or the queen, the royalty. Claiming your birthright is something that Steve has given to me many times. We have been trained through our physical beingness to be small. That's it. We aren't small. The truth of who we are is very, very powerful. You have so much to offer to the world, and the world has taught you to be small. The world has taught you that you are weak, and you're not. And so we're in a time of clearing that energy, moving it, always getting these lessons. It's difficult, isn't it? Because you get these lessons, you're like, why would I do that to myself? Well, my soul keeps on repeating these lessons, these difficult things, and bringing it back to me because I haven't quite mastered the skill yet. I'm trying, but I still have to keep practicing. I still have to keep practicing self-love, which is super important this morning. That's what they're really bringing through. How are you taking care of your own needs? You as an empath tend to want to take care of the rest of the world. You always want to make sure everyone else is okay. If you're like me, I wake up in the morning and I start counting my duckies. I want to reach out to this one. I want to reach out to that one. I want to make sure my kids are okay. I want to do this. I want to do that. Before I sit down and I start paying attention to what my needs are, I've already reached out to a dozen different people. Are you okay? Is everything okay with you? Is there anything I can do? That kind of energy. And so, and I know that many of you are like that. So we're being reminded that, hi Lisa Beatty, we're being reminded of how important it is to fill that well first. Go ahead. Spend some time in nature. Take that walk. Spend some time meditating, prayer, whatever it is that feels good to you. Go take a hot bath and put some salt in the water, Epsom salts or whatever you need. Do what it takes for you to take good care of yourself because you are so needed and so appreciated. And what you bring to the world is so necessary and it's all yours. Please hear me when I say that. I know we go on and we look at all these other people that are talking and we're like listening to, this guy that's channeling or that girl that's channeling or whatever we're doing. And we're often, if you're anything like me, we start comparing ourselves. We start saying, well, they can just do that better than we can. Or so often we feel like we're less than someone else. And I probably am the queen of that. I often often believe that I am not good enough to be here. It can be very difficult for me to turn on that go live and say, okay, here we go. My higher self, my higher consciousness is always online. She'll come in every time. She's here now. She's doing the talking. My little egoic self has always been hide in the corner. She's a little wallflower, didn't go to dances, didn't want to stand out, was always very invisible. And so this is very difficult for me. And the only way that I do it is by allowing for that shift. The shift from that little egoic. She's still over there in the corner. Trust me. She gets her little butterfly. She's like, okay, you have it. I'm out. And then that higher consciousness, which we all have, and we all have perfect access to, will enter the building and just comes in and says, okay, here we go, let's do it. That part of me is never afraid. That part of me does not know fear. And you are just as capable of channeling in that part of you. We hear channels all the time, and we think of these people that we see out there that have all these, views, and they've been doing it for all these years, and we think, wow, they're channeling. You channel too. You channel you. You have perfect capability of drawing in, opening up to the idea that you are more than just the ego, asking that ego to step aside for a little bit while you draw in the truth of who you are, which is that beautiful, has a million names, everybody calls it something different. Holy Spirit, higher self, to me, sounds really, really accurate. We often see religions talk about Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit is you. It is your higher self. It is your connection to source energy, which is also you, which is also what we consider God. And so when you go into that place of realization, there's nothing, what's a good word for this? It's not, I know that they used to, especially if you're a Christian and you read about Jesus and he said, I am God, or he, put himself in that same place, and people all just kind of shot that down, like, how can you do that? Because we've got God on a pedestal, you can't be God. Pedestalizing is, I don't want to use the word wrong, but it puts us in a place of separation. It puts us in that place, hi Chantel, it puts us in that place of, I am not God, I am beneath God, I am beneath the angels, I am beneath whoever you believe in. And then you sit there and you wait for somebody else. You blame your problems on somebody else. Sorry, we do. We've created energies that we can blame it on. We can say, well, the enemy's out to get me or whatever. The truth is we are. Hi, Linda. We are of the same energy that Yeshua, that the angels, that God or Source, we are that. That is an energy, and we are that. And when we separate that, when we create separation between ourselves and that energy, we lower our vibration. We create this energy of aloneness, loneliness. In the world, we go around judging one another and picking and choosing who we want to, it's like there's so much separation. And we have so many ways to separate. We've got our politics, we've got our religions, we've got our skin colors, we've got our sexual orientation, we've got, I could go on and on and on, because once we choose to pedestalize and create separation, then we take on the energy of, we humanize that being that is out there in the clouds, whatever it is. And once we humanize that energy of Source or God and we separate from it, we then believe that we have to somehow please that energy and be different than we are, and that we're not good enough to be a part of that energy. Do you see how it's all this downhill slide? We just keep going down further into that place of, we are then in a place that we might consider hell. Like we're just sitting around waiting for someone. Hopefully we keep on praying and asking and hoping that somebody is hearing us, because we feel so separate. And the truth is that you can feel the energy of Source at any moment, because it is not separate from you. He, they, her, the energy of the earth, the energy of the animals, the energy of one another, the energy of the angels, whoever you want to reach out to, is always right there. It comes from here, right here in the center of you. You feel it. Have you ever wondered why There can be, like all of us at right now in this moment could call out for Archangel Michael, and all of us would feel his presence. If you're tuned in, you'd feel his presence. He can be anywhere at any time. Steve, my sweet husband, who has taught me more since his passing than I've ever learned in probably a million lifetimes, has shown me that so clearly, that he is still very much a part of me, that energy of source and that energy of everyone, all of us collectively, is so available at any given time. So there's no separation. There is no death. There's a physical change, but there's no actual separation from him. I felt him right away. He was right there. His energy wrapped me up in this big, tight. So please know that this goes is, you can take this as far as you want to. There's no rules here. There's no judgment. You can lay a bunch of it down and say she's crazy too. That's okay. But the truth is that you are the energy of source. It is the truth of who you are. And the body that is going around with all kinds of needs and emotions and all this stuff, that's your story. This is my creation. I created her. I sat there and I thought, I decided who my parents were going to be, and I decided what kinds of experiences I needed when I got here, and I'm the one that laid out this plan. And every time something comes to me and keeps repeating, it's me, it's my soul bringing it back to me so that I can continue to learn. And I take responsibility for the being that is me, that has the power or the ability to continue to bring me these lessons until I can respond differently, work my way through it, and move beyond it, move into a higher frequency. So I hope you guys can hear me in that. It's all about personal responsibility. It's about remembering, waking up to your truth. Who are you? Who are you? And the answer is not going to be that name that's on your birth certificate. That's only a little tiny piece of you. That's your creation. Who are you really? And how far back do you go? How many of us have those questions when we do readings for people and they're like, well, what is my path? Or who am I? Or what are my past lives? So they want to go into, and the Akash is so open to us now. Yes, you've had lots of past lives. It's very, very interesting. Not only is it interesting, but it's so useful to begin to delve into as these beautiful parts of yourself, all these different energies that you have already created, different stories that are all concurrently just working through the ethers. You begin to recognize those stories as they come to you. And you begin to, one way that they're teaching me, my guides are teaching me, is that when one of these characters that I have created comes to me, and she is very gifted in something that in this incarnation I don't have that gift or that ability, or maybe she just has this, she was raised in a very sound, beautiful, environment where her needs were always met, and she has this beautiful ability to just feel at home, feel secure, feel like the world is okay. And sometimes that's not something that is something that I can struggle with. And so I can go to her and I can say, hey, let's hang out for a while. Let me feel your energy. Bring your energy into this incarnation. Allow me to experience you. The same as you would experience your angels and guides. You're used to going to them. What if there are all these parts of you? You are so multi-dimensional that you can pull from and learn from and grow from. Those are the lessons that I'm receiving right now. And it's incredible. It's incredible to realize that we are, each one of us, that we're so much more than we think that we are. And really, that's the biggest step anyone has to take. It's that realization that, wait a minute, maybe I am more than I thought that I was. Maybe I am more connected to the other side than I ever thought. Maybe my loved ones really are around me. Maybe I can hear them if I try. Maybe I can feel their presence if I call them in. Maybe I can do that too. And once you start down that path, it continues to grow. It's just allowing, opening yourself to it and allowing that there's more to you than you thought. And then whatever way you go is okay. There's no judgment on the other side. They're not going to judge you. I was raised Christian. I have been pagan in past lives. I had a strong pull towards witchy kinds of things. I have a broom collection that you wouldn't believe. I had cauldrons. I was like, what is all this? And I put down everything that I've ever learned, and I started picking up just the pieces that I wanted. And I chose the direction that I wanted to go. I want to stay in light and love. I want to do this work, as healing work. This is the path that I've chosen. But there was never any judgment in my laying down all the things that I had been taught from the time I was a child, so that I could then pick up what is right for me. So remember that it's okay if you're in that place where you're feeling kind of guilty, or you're feeling, if you're anything like me, often you feel alone. You feel like, oh, who else could ever understand the stuff that I start talking about? Like sometimes I think when I come in here, people are like, whoa, she's really flipped her. She's crazy now. She's lost it. Because the stuff that comes through, thank you, Sherry Seymour, you're so sweet. The stuff that comes through, thank you, Linda. People are always complimenting these little mushroom earrings. They're the best earrings I've ever had. My middle daughter gave them to me. And people love those things, so I wear them all the time. But it's a matter of you being able to be you fully. And you will feel ostracized. And you will feel alone at times. And you will also find your tribe. You will also begin to reach out, letting that inner voice lead you to the people that can teach you, that can help you to open up more fully, that can make you feel. You'll have a few friends like you've never had before that just, they're like, oh, okay, when I'm with these people, I feel that beautiful energy inside of me. I feel my vibration come up. I feel like I'm at home. So wherever you are in this, I'm not even sure where this is going today because I literally stepped in with nothing. Somebody needs to hear what I'm saying. Maybe 3 or 4, because there's been about 4 messages mixed into this morning. There's something there for you, and if there is, reach out to those people you feel drawn to. Let go of the judgment. Don't worry. Don't worry that there's people in your life that won't accept that you're moving in a different direction. Do you want to spend the rest of your life trying to please everyone else, or do you want to spend the rest of your life trying to become everything that you can possibly become? Just always, every day is like Christmas. It's like, what's going to come to me today? What kind of lessons? And the most beautiful things that happen, it has nothing to do with physical. You step out by yourself in the woods someplace, and all of a sudden, or you're sitting down meditating and something flashes in front of you, or you have a core memory or something comes to you and suddenly you're like, wow, did you see what just happened? Imagine. It's like Christmas every day, literally. We are being gifted every day with energy that works with us to create. Imagine that you are a creator. The other night we were having a session, a couple of friends of mine, Vita and Carol, and Vita was telling me what she was seeing, and I could see it too. We were seeing the same thing, and I could see all these beings behind me and supporting me. And I could see this beautiful into the night sky, and suddenly I started channeling this message about that every one of those stars that we're seeing in the sky, they're all planets, and they are all created, and I was there at the beginning of every creation, and so are you. We're so ancient and amazing. And so just be in that space of not trying to limit your belief system. I am my own creation, Linda, very good. Truly, all of life's experiences. Through, around, above, below, all, and all in-betweens. Yes, we are moved. Very good. All energies, all, sorry if I put my glasses on, I could probably see. All multifacets of our dimensional beings, you are so welcome. That message goes on. Thank you, Diane, already been enforced daily. Yes, these are the messages is that when we go into allowing our guides and our angels, our team, which we each have a beautiful team, they bring us this daily. They keep reinforcing. Please remember who you are. Yes, spirits. I see colors all around me, often spirits. Yes, yes. Isn't that beautiful? There are people, can you believe that there are people in the world that'll see colors like that, or they'll have these experiences and they're in complete denial. They don't want to let themselves see what they're seeing. I have a child downstairs that's like that. So in tune from the time this child was very, very young. But it's it gets scary when there's, at times you're like, okay, I don't fully understand it. I want to fit in with everyone else. I'll put it away. But what happens on the day when you say, okay, put your armor down and just let these abilities flow? It's not for everyone else. It's for everyone. We are all in the energy of this beautiful creation where we can all receive, where we can all open up to our truth, where we can all become what we really are, which is I am, that I am, that I am. No limitations. When you step out of your physical body, you will suddenly have it all again. But what if you can bring it in while you're still in your physical body? What if you every day allow, just take down the armor, take down your hand, stop pushing it away, and just allow. It's a beautiful thing. Truly beautiful. I still find myself pushing away sometimes. I'm in certain groups, audience, different people. They don't accept it, and I find myself saying, shh, don't talk about this. Don't. Just because you're seeing something, really cool, they can't see it. You got to be quiet. So that's why it's so important for us to do things like this. You are not crazy. If your loved ones come to you after they pass, almost immediately and wrap their love around you, you're really getting that. You're really feeling it. You get to feel heaven. Be grateful. Be in love. Know that love never dies, that it's always there. It's always around you. It wraps around you in any given moment. In those moments when you're the most scared, when you're crying out in the middle of the night because you're all by yourself, guess what? They're there, always. So know that, please. Anything else? Is there anything else that needs to come through for anyone this morning? If I put this off 4 or 5 days, there's like 16 different messages that sorry guys. Take just a moment to take a big breath with me. We can experience that love together anytime we want to, and the more that we're willing and open, the more we feel it. And if you're needing to feel that love, it is pure source energy. You can call in a loved one, however you want to experience it. Every one of us in every incarnation holds a different signature. And so there's an energy signature. And if you just feel like, wow, I want to know what Archangel Michael feels like, sit with me for a minute. I'll show you. I'll show you what he feels like. Put your feet on the ground for a second. Wow, he's so present. It's amazing. So put your feet on the ground so you can ground your energy. Just tell yourself, okay, ground, I gotta ground. And feel those roots go deeply into the earth. Now take a big breath because you're gonna need it. I find that when you truly open up to the love on the other side, it's almost so the first time I experienced Steve that way, I couldn't breathe through it. So it can really take your breath away. Hi, Erica Hoppy. Good morning. Good afternoon. So put your feet down, feel that energy in your feet. I want you to imagine now that Mother Gaia, the earth, is so alive and so in tune to you and so in love with you. And you want to, thank you, Linda, and you want to feel your roots go down into that earth, and then you want to imagine that energy coming back up. Comes back up, and she just hugs you right to the earth. So your feet are so secure and you feel so grounded. And for a moment, you just feel completely at home here. Imagine that feeling. And as you allow that beautiful energy to come up through every energy center you've got in your body, every cell, every part of you, your muscles, your glands, your ligaments, your organs, your brain, your hair, every part. Imagine that beautiful energy just like charging the battery, coming all the way up. Feel it coming into your hands. You might brush your hands together like this and feel that beautiful energy coming between. Feel that? Rub your hands together and just feel and pull them apart and feel that energy. That's Mother Gaia charging you right up. Now, we're calling in Archangel Michael. And Archangel Michael, I ask that you would go to everyone that's watching this now and in the future at any point. And I would love for you to wrap that beautiful wingspan around them. Let them feel completely safe for just a moment. And just take a big breath and feel that energy wrap around you. It's seriously hard to breathe through. Make sure you're breathing. For just a moment, he's giving you the opportunity to feel all of heaven wrap around you. You are so loved. If you could only understand that, if nothing else comes from this morning, no matter what, however you've been beating yourself up, you are so loved. And feel that energy just fill you right up, asking for a good clearing. So wherever you've got blocked energy, if there's any earthbound spirits around you, if there's any cords, blocks, attachments, any psychic attacks, any old karma that you're ready to let go of, you have a beautiful team of angels right there with you right now, helping you to clear. Feel that energy move through. They're just doing a beautiful job. I hope you can feel that. Hi, Lauren Riley. If you're feeling heat, same thing. Angels, healing, there is always heat. So you'll feel heat come up into your face. Allowing for healing in the physical, emotional, spiritual bodies. If you're having any kind of illness, any disease, even those things you don't know about, releasing the fear, releasing the lower vibrational energies, and allowing that healing energy to go to wherever it's needed. For each one of you, he's giving you a gift so that each one of you can feel your truth for just a moment. Feel that beautiful soul version of you, that part of you that is so very alive and has always been alive and will always be alive. So filled with wisdom. Feeling lots of those higher selves come into the room right now. I'm really getting bowled over by your energy. You are all so amazing. You make me want to cry with your energy. You close your eyes for a moment, you might even catch a glimpse of that beautiful being that you are. I've met mine a few different times, and she doesn't walk, she glides. She's long, and she's just got this way about her, she just glides in. So confident. That's you. So much that you have to offer that you don't even know yet. So feel that energy wrap around you so beautifully. Feel it fill you up from the inside. Your core is being filled up, allowing for that beautiful energy of your higher self to just fill the building. Amazing. Imagine all of us as light beings. We're just this pure golden light, and we're standing in a circle together. We're just gathered hand in hand in a beautiful circle. And I want you to see what I'm seeing. Right in the center is this huge, beautiful, what would you call it? It's got a fire in it. It's just this golden kettle, kind of. Kettle's not a good word. But it's there, and it's huge. And it is filled with this blue flame. Like the most beautiful blue flame that doesn't burn. It's just beautiful. And it's there, and it's drawing you in closer. And I want you to imagine now anything that you're carrying around, hi Deborah, anything that you've got that you're ready to release that's not serving you, any questions, anything, you might see yourself writing it down. This is something that I want to send to my guides, to my team. I have a question that I'd like to have answered today, or I have an issue in my life that's really just overwhelming me, and I'm going to give it up. A cauldron. Thank you, Melanie. Cauldron's perfect. So I'm going to write it down. So see yourself with this tablet in front of you, and you've got your little quill, and you're writing it in golden ink. Whatever it is that you want to write down. You can send a note to a loved one, whatever you want. That blue flame is going to take it. So all you're going to do is write it down. What are you longing for? Beautiful energy. When you get it all written down, I want you to take that. I want you to step in closer to that blue flame. And I want you to be willing to just let it go. Put it in that blue flame. Just release it. Let it go. Hi, Angel. Beautiful energy. As you're letting go, just relax your whole body, knowing that you have put it in the hands of this beautiful team that would never hurt you. They love you so much. And today, you can walk around without that. Whatever it is that you gave up, you don't need to worry with it. You don't need to keep trying to pull it back out of the blue flame. You're just going to let it go into that flame. And as it hits those flames, it just shoots up out. And it just goes into the ethers. And as it gets up there, things are happening for you. They're just happening now. Your team has got it. They're taking care of it. And as you're standing there, this beautiful golden stardust starts to sprinkle down on top of you. Energy, beautiful, pure, golden love energy coming down over the top of you. And now you're all standing there in these beautiful light bodies. You are all such amazing beings. And I want you to take a big breath. And I want you to imagine for just a moment the world that you want to see. See yourself. See these little children. They're all receiving toys for Christmas, and they have food in their bellies. And there is no more homeless people. Everyone has a warm place to sleep. There's no more greed. There's no more judgment. We just love now. See that for just a moment. Visualize it any way that you'd like, allowing for that beautiful excess of love energy that's in you to go to wherever it's needed for just a moment. Take a big breath and send. Beautiful. If there's anything specific, it's okay. You've got a certain concern for a part of the world or a certain human that's in your life. Maybe they're ill or they're in a place of danger. Send it out. It's okay. Okay. Well done. Now I want you to pull yourself all the way back in, calling in Archangel Michael again to give you another one of those big wing hugs, and pulling all of your energy safely within those wings. And he is sealing up that bubble around you, making you feel nice and safe and secure. And I want you to pull yourself all the way back into that physical body, completely in, safe and sound, back in your heart, feeling your feet back on the ground, cutting all cords between us, allowing us each to stand in our own energy today, safely within that bubble. So it's your safe haven today, within that bubble. As you go out into the world, you are safe. You are protected. One more big breath as you feel the energy come back into your physical body. Big breath. And smile. That is like the first today again. You've just taken your first breath again. You're like a brand new baby. You're all clean, clear. You are grounded, centered, in a perfect place to begin again today. Let go of the old energy. You are complete in new energy, reborn again today, fresh and new. How does that feel? I love it when the angels assist. It's so beautiful. You are so welcome, Melanie. So welcome. You all have a beautiful Sunday. Enjoy for those of us that have that extra hour today. I don't even know what to do with it. It'll be dark before I know it. I have a hard time with these winter hours. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'll be back as soon as I can. I should be back tomorrow. I'll do my best to be back at 12 o'clock. You are so welcome, Paula, Linda. Take good care. Take good care of yourselves today. I love you guys. See you soon. Bye. Beautiful hearts.